dust kicks up, settling on the silver frame. Two shadows watch me through the window pane. And I find my shelter in the shifting pines, tracing the scripture in these tired lines. Far from the stone, but close to the light, they're guiding the wheel through the dead of the night.
Happy Sunday afternoon, everybody. A little past 5 o'clock here on the East Coast of the United States on June 28, 2026. Well, how's this for a plot twist? We kind of abbreviated the coverage of this Sunday because, I was starting to feel like I was getting back in the rhythm of being a parishioner again. But, you ready for this? This is something. They announced during the announcements, of course, at church that there are now openings to do my former job, yes, to do the slides, and to do the sound booth. I've always wanted to do sound at church. I had from the time I was 18 to the time I was 24, I had about 6 years, a little over that, of radio experience, various stations in the Tampa Bay area, and syndicated radio networks that are no longer around, so I will not be naming them. But I've always wanted to do sound, and I asked them in the past, "Can I do sound? Can I do sound?" No, we need you. We need you to do slides. Don't worry about doing anything else. So now that there's an opening, I'm going to try for it. I'm gonna ask our executive pastor tomorrow and see if I could get that. Yes, I just retired from doing the booth, but doing the slides and doing sound are two different things. So I'm going to try it. Worst they could do is say no, and I get to continue to be a parishioner as a consolation prize. But if I could get it, I'm getting something that I've always wanted, that I don't think I would ever grow tired of. So I'm going to give it a try. So that's pretty much it. Just got done watching the first knockout World Cup game. Kind of think of it in American sports terms as the playoffs between Canada and South Africa. Well, that was today's game. Canada got a late goal in what they call stoppage time to get the 1-0 win. So they are going to move on and enjoy the new heights for them of reaching the last 16. The United States plays Wednesday against Bosnia-Herzegovina, and everybody took the loss to Turkey wrong. They lost 3-2 last Thursday night, but they didn't. They had their second team out there, basically. They had 9 different starters. They had a different goalie, and they played a good European squad that had already been knocked out of the World Cup, and they nearly tied them with all of their starters out. And they lost on like a last second goal, 3-2. So I think they will play pretty good against Bosnia. But after that, I think the level of difficulty comes up. They would probably have Belgium in the round of 16. They get by that somehow. They got Spain or Portugal in the last 8. So, we go back to what I said a few weeks ago. The best athletes in this country do not play soccer. They play baseball, football, basketball. Maybe a few up north play hockey, but soccer is kind of this sport that's way back, even with the United States mainly hosting the World Cup, with the exception of a couple sites in Canada, a couple of sites in Mexico. Even with the U.S. hosting the World Cup, it's still an afterthought sport in our country. It's like, okay, if the U.S. hosted cricket, the Cricket World Cup, doesn't mean cricket's going to blossom overnight into a sport that Americans are going to want to play. So that's kind of my World Cup thoughts right now. And with that, I'm going to bid you adieu. I know this was a quick episode, but I really didn't have a lot of material today. So this has been the Pauly Perspective. We'll catch you midweek. Maybe I'll know what the result is of me trying to get into the sound booth. Back in the booth. Could it happen? Could it not happen? Either way, I win.